Evening, everybody. Still trying to get this striker custom kind of dialed in. I'm shooting two different types of two different types of arrows here. I've got a 500 spine and I've got a 600 spine. Different weight heads. Just trying to get super dialed in here. That's a perfect 10 ring. That's with the 500 spine with a 250 grain tip on it. It's got a 75 grain insert. I just like how it flies. Arrow just seems to come out no matter what. It's really good. Those two are virtually touching right there in a double long. And then these, they're the 5mm carbon by Legacy, Easton Legacy. These are the 600 spines. It's hard to see that one, but I think I put it right in the heart. I may have just knocked the knock off of one of those other arrows. It was a loud crack. Cody, what's up with that? Shibe, what's going on? You still on? I do need to get some wood from you. It is blowing right in my face, too. I don't know if I can zoom in there and let you guys take a look. Gets super grainy, but you can see they're all right there in the center of the longs. Bomad, the legacies that I shoot that are 600 spine, I've got a 270 or 250 grain tip with a 75 grain insert on them. Those are at, I think they're at 558. The 500 spine are slightly heavier. They're 8.3 grains, but they're all the same length. So that one's going to be more like a 570 with the same tips on it. Yeah, 29, adding another basically 29 grains to, or yeah, 29 grains roughly. So 558, 580. And I know your next question is what's the draw weight, what's the length here. So I'm probably pulling about 27 inches. The bow is rated at 45 at 28. It's a 58-inch longbow, so I'm probably losing about 2.5 pounds there. So probably right at 42 pounds. Again, that first shot's always, it's great. I mean, it's perfect. 10 ring. As I get to my 6th or 7th arrow, I have a little bit of trouble. Bang on. Have you been shooting much, Bill? Yeah, prepping to get a big buck at night. I need a bigger light though. I need a handheld, somebody to hold it for me. You down? Yeah, yeah. That's perfect though, Bill. 36 pounds at 28-inch draw. You're golden. I don't know if they only come out at night. I don't know if that's true. Isaac at Canner, you want a shout out? I'll give it to you, bro. But you gotta let me know what your claim to fame is down here in the comments. What do? Do you shoot traditional? All right. What do you shoot? I know Bill. He's out there. He's shooting that old bear. There we go. Hunt, fish, dirt bikes. I haven't rode a dirt bike in a couple years. I kind of really got into the bow hunting and sold 3 or 4 bikes this year. Andrew, that's kind of a loaded question. If you're looking at tips for cheap gear, there's not even really cheap resale stuff anymore. It seems like everybody's selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace just under what they'd pay retail for it. So, hey, I appreciate you subbing. And I'm under the impression that you buy once, cry once. If you're really stretched on a budget, What I would try to do is try to get the most important things you can first, front load that, get out in the woods, continue to hunt, and as you save up some more money, try to buy some more decent stuff. If you need anything and you're looking for something, let me know, because I've got a lot of friends. Maybe they're willing to. Like I've got an older PSC bow that I use as a backup, but since I'm probably primarily hunting trad this year, I mean I might even sling you a bow if you only have, if you don't have one. Let me know. You can DM me. There's quite a friend base here. They've got all kind of stuff for saddles, plenty of extra gear. So and what all you trying to get with the 400 bucks? If you have $400, I wouldn't worry about anything clothing wise. I mean, you could hunt in jeans and a t-shirt. It doesn't matter. I killed a buck last year wearing a pair of shorts and an Under Armour t-shirt. Um, I would stick to what you need first. Get a decent bow or a decent rifle, whatever kind of hunting you're trying to do. Um, just get out there and get after it. Plenty of good rifles at that range, especially used stuff. Savage makes the Axis line. Mossberg makes that MVP line. I think they might be a little bit north of $400. Lot of good rifles can be had for 400 bucks. You could buy a used 30-30 for $350, $399, something like that. You don't have to be crazy. Yeah, hunting licenses aren't cheap either. I hunt as a non-resident in Maryland, and that license alone cost me $175. Dear, that's what's for supper. Oh yeah, definitely whitetails in Maryland. Bill knows. Hey Bill, dumb question for you, but do you prefer the tab or finger gloves? Really? See, you're a grizzled old man. That's why you like that. I'd do that, but I cut that finger off real bad, and it really really irritates that the tip of that finger. There's not a lot of meat on it. They actually had to do a skin graft and slide it up over that finger. Yeah, I've been working on it a lot, Bill. Hey, have you settled in on a broadhead yet? I think I'm probably going with the VPA 250s based on how these are shooting. And I got to get some firewood from Shad. Yeah, you say I'm shooting good, then I shoot that one high. I follow up with it. Hang tight while I pull my arrows, guys. I can't say that I blame you there, Bill. I think once you get a couple of good kills on camera with the compound, then you can go to the recurve, right? Those mega meats are the way to go. I mean, they are fantastic. Boy, I'm getting tired. You want me to put a light on the target? I'll go get the other light quick. Guys have to stand by. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to go illuminate that guy real quick. Well, that's a little better, huh? Yeah, we'll get it just right. And then I shoot under it. Imagine that. I gotta get back into my focus here. Man. I guess that's what I get for trying to shoot 70 shots, right? I'm absolutely tired, Bill, but what it does is it helps me a lot with strengthening the muscles here. Um, After my first 15 or 20 shots, like, the accuracy is going to go downhill, and I don't care. Like, I'm just shooting. That's a banger, straight in a 10 ring. The shadow's up in the neck, but right there at the base of that little black line, that's where the arrow's at. one's high. Right in there. A little perspective on distance here. We're right at about 16 or 17 yards where I'm standing. At 16 or 17 yards, putting all 7 arrows in the insert after shooting probably 90 shots isn't bad. I'll take that all day. Perfect. What up, Loudon boy? What's good, player? Perfect hard shot. That one's quite a bit forward. That would probably be a shoulder shot. Hey guys, if you're shooting a trad bow, put your setup down in the comments, and we'll talk about it. I'm giving Loudon Boy the shout out. For me, I'm aiming for the lungs uh, and the insert on that deer. Ideally, I'd like to shoot every one of them in the heart, but this isn't my compound, so. Right there, that's about as perfect as it gets. Just back from that front leg and below the shoulder. They don't jump, they duck. The idea is to try to shoot them when they have their head up. Most people think when they have their head up, they're alert. But if they have their head up, they have to throw their head down, and gravity is the only thing pulling them down. If they have their head down, when they go to spring forward, they throw their head up, which causes a bunch more inertia and allows them to duck their back much fast, twice, 3 times as fast. Yeah, very true, Bill. Where I'm at right now, at 15 or 16 yards, I'm aiming probably 3.5, 4 inches down on that front leg and just to the left of it. I'm tip on at about 25 yards with 250 grain inserts, or the 250 grain heads with the 75 grain inserts. It is fun. It's a lot more fun when Alfred and I are shooting together. But I don't know what he's up to tonight. He's probably on baby duty. And my wife's putting the kid to bed right now, so I'm just trying to get some reps in. Yeah, I usually hunt with a Disney T. Um, Al taught me that too. The comment section is lit. I love it. You guys are great. I appreciate it. Bill, I know you heard that. I plucked that string real bad. Shot wasn't bad, but the fingers are getting weak. It's just sliding off. Yeah, and I really plucked that one. You know, I blame Al for shooting the legs off of my deer, but that's the third time I've hit that leg, and I've only had that target for about 4 weeks. So what else is everybody up to? I probably should take a break. That's well over 100 arrows. Andrew's back. He bought a crossbow. That's what I'm talking about. Did you really buy one? I think he did. What's everybody else think? You get a real good crossbow for 320 bucks. You know what? I'm really getting tired, so Bill, this is for you. This is my old backup bow. You want to see old? That's one of those PSE X-Forces. It's one of their Dream Season DNAs out of their Pro Series from, I'm gonna guess, 2010. I don't know, 2010, 2011 maybe. It could even be at 2009. There's no silencers on this bow, so it's super loud. I've got to put a set of those on here. I may hunt with this bow at one point this year. Bill, I think I also have a PSE Brute. It's either a PSE Brute or a PSE Beast from... I probably would have bought that bow when I was 20. Maybe 19 years old. That's an old bow. I mean, I'm 43 now, so I still shoot it quite a bit, and it's crazy how that bow feels compared to a new bow. I also shoot. I've got a Matthews V3X 29er, and I'm telling you, Andrew, you can buy some pretty decent crossbow bolts off Amazon. I don't want to steer you in that direction. But an arrow is an arrow, right? And they're all made for different tolerances. And usually the less expensive bows are not, they're going to flex just a little bit more. I wouldn't say flex, but they're going to have a bigger margin when it comes to super accuracy. But for a crossbow, 30 to 40 yards on a deer, you're never going to notice it. Never. I think a lot of people just overcomplicate bow hunting in general. You know, the controversy between fixed blades and expandable broadheads is a huge thing. People just, they lose their minds over it. And then if you have an opinion, I told a guy the other day, hey, you don't have to worry about shooting your 100 grain expandables. If you're shooting a 100 grain field tip, it's going to be bang on. I could go and get 6 different types of expandables right now and shoot them at that target at 30 yards, and they're probably going to group like that. So good stuff, man. You'll love it. You're going to love it. What kind did you get? Yeah, it ain't going to matter. You're going to love it. Bill, I just broke one out of the woodshed. I have an old Maxima Red, and the reason I'm going to use this is because it's the only arrow that I have a lighted knock on it right now. These are, I think they're 350 spine. Man, I don't know what they are as far as weight, but they always shot really good out of this bow. Again, you see I got a whisker biscuit on there. That's old school, right? I got some crazy fuse. The only good thing is it's got a great sight on there. Single pin, that's the way I roll. I almost hit that knock. That was high. I'm just too tired to shoot that thing. Had to get a drink, guys. Man, 10:30 in the morning. I wish it was 10:30. Matthew, where are you hunting with seasons from September to February? It sounds like you could be Maryland. No, it's all right, Bill. I'm trying to get 100 or 150 shots in every day. But yeah, I'm approaching that now. I can feel it in my neck. I can feel it in my shoulder. Oh yeah, Ohio. We want to get to Ohio for the rut sometime. I love Korean traditional archery. These guys that shoot in the Olympics and these guys that, dude, they're insane. And they shoot those traditional bows to like what, 80, 100 yards even. They're crazy. But that compound drills them in there so hard, it's tough to get them out. Bill, are you using illuminated nocks this year? Uh, I'm from Pennsylvania, so the hunting thing is really big here. You can hunt just about anything. Just about anything. Matthews V3. I also have a V3. I love that bow. Um, Tonight I'm shooting one of my old school PSE bows and then a traditional bow. I've got a striker there. It's a, what is it, 58 inch, 45 pounds, a 28 inch draw. I'm probably pulling 27, so probably 52. 42, I mean. Probably annoying my neighbors, keeping them up. Getting reps in at whatever time at night it is, by 9:30. I haven't seen the National Palace. That's what I have in mind. Um, Probably only pulling 62 on it, but I'm shooting a 500 and what was it, 526 grain arrow out of it. Well, I shoot 125 grain tips out of it too. So between a 526 and 551. Since the chat's been so lively, I'm gonna try to split that knock right now. can't tell. I think I'm about a ½ inch low and to the left. But we can try again with the recurve. Yeah, older age is catching me too. You know, I find for whitetail deer anyway, 70 pounds, yeah, a lot of guys want to pull 70 pounds or more. I think it's overkill. Probably the furthest shot I'm taking on a deer is 60 yards anyway. I get dialed in out to 75 or 80 yards. I do a lot of practicing at 75 or 80. So far, I think the furthest I've ever shot a deer was 52. I've got a couple of 47s, but most of them, they're all within 10 or 15 yards, to be honest with you. So the 62 pounds that I'm pulling with the 526 grain arrows, more than sufficient for me. And 90% of the time I'm getting a complete pass through. Anytime I hit bone, like I shot a 200-pound giant buck, I hit it square in the scapula with that bow with a G5 mega meat, and it went in. I had about 8.5, maybe 9 inches of penetration, and the arrow broke off right in the lungs. So didn't have an exit hole, but I didn't need one. That deer went 20 yards and died. Too high. Yeah, I suffer from the same thing. I've got about a 26.5-inch draw with that bow because I use a thumb button. But yeah, I still use a heavier arrow. It took me a while to get that bow tuned right, but now that it's dialed in, it's great. But at 70 yards, it's like artillery rounds, man. Those arrows are really dropping. And if you're off by a yard or two with your estimation or with your rangefinder, you can be 3 inches, 4 inches low. If you guys do use illuminated nocks, Nocturnal makes this, it's like a $5 little gizmo. And it has a steel tip on it. And it's the perfect size to just fit right inside of there and pop those off. It really does numbers to lengthen the longevity of your nocks. We're going to try to bust that nock again. One, because it's old. That thing is probably 9 years old. It's on an arrow I don't even use anymore. And because the chat's so lively. Let's just see if we can bust it. I was close. I was within a ½ inch last time. Nope. We'll keep trying. I'm just too tired to shoot this bow. TC Bowman. All right, Bowman. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Bowman. If you guys are in the chat here, if you're hanging out, go ahead and follow him. He's pretty innovative with his style and some of the things he does. He's kind of helped us out with some video editing. He's helped us out with the YouTube quite a bit. He's a huge supporter, so I can't thank him enough for that. So go out there, subscribe to his channel too, because I'm telling you, he's going places this year. He's going to have a smoking hot season. He's already on a lot of big deer. He's just doing great. Favorite sport? Man, I don't play too many sports too much anymore. Football, I guess. Football. For all you guys in Brazil, that's American football, not the kind you play with your foot. Guys, I appreciate everybody jumping on. Thank you for the support tonight. I probably shot 150 shots, so I'm smoked. I'm going to call it an evening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following Pain Train Outdoors. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. We appreciate seeing you. And take it easy, guys. Good luck this year.